several lines of businesses, like property casualty, like they had archery, like all kinds of different lines of insurance that like you basically just make up. You know, like, hey, archery insurance, okay, you know, you saw that movie with Ben Stiller where he was a risk management guy and he wanted to insure some like Scott Diver or something, or like some guy, and he kept, you know, they had meetings together, and they would do the activities together, and he was like trying to see, do I believe in this guy or whatever.
Right.
I mean, that's like kind of like, probably not like a movie, but it's a big risk to get into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's like Evil Knievel or something. One of those. You heard it?
No, there's something wrong with the volume, I think.
I mean, come to think of it now, she must have did that on purpose. She must have not told HR on purpose. Because even after she asked me,
That's, if I didn't know, like if it were me, I know I'm loosey-goosey about stuff, so I could see how I would not tell HR, I would forget or whatever. But she sounds to me like the kind who does not ever,
if there's a mistake or not.
well, does never like, skate or
Like protect the property. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna find out. I guess I will call them if I'm still online and stuff. I mean,
yeah, just, to make sure that,
it's gonna pay me.
they dot the i's and cross the t's. Well, just send them an email or something.
Yeah.
Right? And if you have, the name of
Yeah,
whoever.
I tried to find it. I can find no HR in there. I mean, she's got this conflict with all the work. I mean, the way you know she's a fraud is she hires a person to do her job, basically. And then he hires one of his buddies to help him with it. Almost
How was the endoscopy?
everything, I have a little bit of an issue with endoscopy, nothing major, like some, whatever, like loading or whatever, and then colonoscopy was fine. I didn't feel a thing, I mean, except for I was just exhausted, like I went home and slept for like 5 hours, then went to bed and slept for like 6 hours. But yeah, it was good. They said I don't need one for 10 years. Okay, that's good.
So, one of the startups from Founder Institute that I come across, they're beyond now, they've graduated from it. They're actually making, like pill-sized cameras or whatever that,
Really?
yeah, and they're testing them now. So you swallow it, and they can see whatever. So
Oh, yeah.
by the time your 10-year comes around,
Yeah.
you probably won't need to do it. They'll just
They've
give
been
you.
doing it already. I thought they started doing something.
They'll give you a pill, and,
Yeah.
and it'll go through your system, and they'll watch everything, and then you poop it out, and you're done.
That could be kind of invasive. I think some people might be against that.
Well, I'm sure like Facebook will find a way to snoop on your insides, but
I read something awful about Facebook the other day. I didn't really. It was. It said that they were like the biggest offenders of basically like your privacy, I guess.
terrible. Yeah. I don't know why the sound is working, just not on this app, which is bizarre. Okay. Yeah, I heard that there was somebody who testified recently about, oh yeah, it was something like how they knew that Instagram, they own Instagram, right?
Yeah.
That girls were seeing pictures of themselves or pictures of other people, and whatever, and that a huge proportion of young girls were getting bad body image stuff to the point some of them committed suicide because they would see pictures of themselves on Instagram, like, oh, I look so fat and whatever, and
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah.
And Facebook knows that that this is happening, and I don't know what they could do about it, but
I guess I could. Yeah. I mean, except at some point you're gonna have to either like ultra censor it. I mean, they already got that. Now they're censoring some things. And
now they're censoring climate.
Climate.
You can't say that anything about the data with climate change unless you're completely.
I thought they put the disclaimer after it.
Nope. Now they're. Oh no, you're right.
Yeah,
They're demonetized. No, that's the thing is that any of the sites that put up anything that talk about how there's the data, again, just arguing about any aspect of. If you're not 100% Al Gore, then they won't let you make any money off the ads, which means any site that doesn't agree with Al Gore.
Why maybe they should be broken up. I mean,
Well,
I know you said what's the point of with ads? This is a pretty big deal. I mean, it affects all the. I mean, I'm sure there are other places you can get ads though, but they do the same thing. Google ads.
they're all in cahoots. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah.
I mean, this Brave browser, so that maybe they could do something.
Yeah.
I mean,
They could. That's so that if you let the market work, it will cure this. But what they need to do is remove their legal protection. See, the thing is, what Google and Facebook or whatever are counting on is that somebody can go out there and say, Randy, stole my, car, and you'd be like, hey, I can prove I wasn't even in the city when the car was stolen, and they're like, I don't, I have immunity, so they can choose to take down Trump because they feel like it. But if somebody says, Randy, killed my whole family, it's like,
right.
in Indonesia, it's like I've never been to Indonesia. Doesn't matter if they don't, they can leave it up, and you can't do anything about it. No, you can't do it. You can sue them, but they can say we have immunity. So we need to remove that immunity.
I feel that Zuckerberg is going to have this giant disgraceful scandal on him at some point, in his life, it's like some eccentric living on I think I feel that it's going to. The House of Cards are going to come down at some point.
Eventually. Eventually, it's true.
Yeah, kind of like
Cuomo.
Cuomo, but worse. Yeah, but much worse.
But the problem is, every time
Cuomo's a small offender compared to this.
every time a Cuomo goes down, there's yet another commie who takes his place. That's the problem.
Oh, you're on the thing, I'm sorry.
No, no, that's cool.